So apparently, 3 years after getting my leg amputated, I finally decided that maybe, just maybe, I was disabled enough to deserve a real custom wheelchair. And yeah, I know, it makes absolutely no sense. For 3 years, I just assumed that those off the shelf wheelchairs on Amazon and the stuff sitting in medical supply stores were basically as good as it got. I figured it's a chair with wheels, all right? What difference does it make who builds the thing? Well, once again, I was wrong. So this is my custom purple Paradox wheelchair, and it's from a company called Not a Wheelchair. It's a cool name, okay? Now, I want everybody to know right off the bat that I didn't do any research on this company, okay? I didn't check out the equipment that they use to make these things. I didn't look at their engineering. I didn't even check to see where they were located, okay? I chose this company simply based on their story, okay? This company is owned by Zack and Cambry from JerryRigEverything. It's a very popular YouTube channel. And it was started by a guy who married a woman in a wheelchair, found out how expensive custom wheelchairs were, and he was so pissed off about it that he decided to start a company manufacturing custom wheelchairs at affordable prices, okay? And when I say affordable, I mean less than a third of the price of normal custom wheelchairs, okay? It's about $1,000 a chair. Now, that immediately clicked with me, all right? That's very rock and roll to me. It's not fake motivation or corporate PR speak. It's somebody seeing a broken system and deciding to kick the door open instead of just complaining about it online. So immediately I went to their online configurator and ordered a chair. It turns out that they actually invested in the engineering and the equipment and the design too. So now I got to sit here and eat a little crow because this thing is unbelievable, okay? And there is a world of difference between a custom rigid wheelchair and those folding ones available on Amazon. So the first thing is, for those of you who don't know, this is what they call a rigid wheelchair. And that simply means that it doesn't fold up, okay? A rigid chair has like a welded fixed frame, and it does not fold in the middle, okay? Instead, the backrest comes down and the wheels pop off when you want to transport it. The ride, efficiency, weight, responsiveness, and the feel are completely different from a folding wheelchair. And I gotta tell you, it's like going from riding a shopping cart to riding a Harley, okay? Mine has a square frame with some extra support welded in. And I got the extra support because I used to be a fat bastard. And even though I lost a bunch of weight, I might be a fat bastard again someday. I don't plan on it, but I didn't plan on needing a wheelchair when I'm on the back nine of my life either, so I figured better safe than sorry, okay? The extra support on the main frame added about $250 to the $999 base price. I didn't really need the footrest, but I wanted some visual branding on the chair promoting the company, so I chose the footrest plate option. I also just chose the standard caster option for the front wheels, which, looking back now, I probably should have chose to upgrade to the bigger wheels. But even with these standard ones, the wheelchair does remarkably well outside on concrete in New York City, okay? It even does okay in light patches of grass. Now, this is one of the cool parts. I also decided to go with the wooden hand rims, and it just feels more comfortable. Plus, I love the distressed look on the hand rims with the totally modern look of the purple wheelchair frame, okay? This chair fits my personality better than any off-the-shelf wheelchair from Walmart or Amazon ever could. So I'm not going to get into all the technical stuff like seat height, seat angle, center of gravity. The truth is, I guessed at most of those, okay? Most of it's adjustable with basically an Allen key, so I could change most of it if and when I need to. But for right now, everything's working, so if it's not broke, don't fix it. My overall opinion of this chair is that it's incredible, okay? For the price, it's phenomenal. It glides like you wouldn't believe, man. Okay. I do spend a lot of time outside, and to be honest, I was a little skeptical about how this thing would do on concrete and in the real world. Okay. But I've literally had zero problems with it outside. Oh, yeah. The speed of getting this thing was way quicker than I expected too. Okay. From what I understand, when you go through insurance, it takes months to get a wheelchair, sometimes years. Okay. I got this thing in 5 weeks. Okay. All made to my specs. And you can't beat that. Now, I do have some regrets with this chair. Okay. I don't want anyone to think I'm blowing smoke up the ass of Zack from Jerry Rig Everything. I do want to say, though, that all of these regrets were based off lack of knowledge and overconfidence on my part, and not anyone over at Not a Wheelchair. So maybe I am blowing smoke up Zach's ass. I don't know. You guys decide. Leave a note in the comments. I probably should have went with the Y-taper frame in the front instead of the square one that I did get. I don't know. It just looks like that version of the frame would keep my leg more in the position that it's supposed to be in. I could be wrong, okay? But for the next one, I'm going to give that a shot. I'm going to try the Y-taper frame. Plus, with the Y-taper, I can make sharper turns, and it would give the chair probably a slightly smaller footprint. And living in an apartment in New York, those things could never be bad things. I also should have went for the carbon fiber hard seat. The fabric one is holding up absolutely fine, but I could definitely see it sagging over time. Now, I'm not one of those dudes out here popping wheelies in traffic and balancing on curbs like a handicapped Tony Hawk, but I definitely need to learn how to wheelie to get up and down curbs when they don't have the ramps. And so I definitely would have felt more comfortable if I got the anti-tipper option until I learned that skill, okay? Those are the little kickstands that attach to the main axle that prevent you from falling backwards, okay? Till then, you know, I'm not attempting any wheelies on concrete, but mentally, it probably would have made me feel like I was being a little more cautious. And finally, the last negative is I wouldn't have wasted money on the lap stacker option. I forgot that in order for the thing to be effective, the one thing that you absolutely need is a lap. And since I'm an above the knee amputee, I don't really have a full lap anymore, okay? It's half a lap. It's a lap light. It's the Diet Coke of laps. I can't use the lap stacker without it sliding off to the side because there's nothing there to support it. So I definitely wouldn't have got that. Honestly, I'm having trouble thinking of anything negative to say about this thing. Okay, compared to your off-the-shelf wheelchair, this thing is a work of art. And for the final cost of, I think I paid around $15.50 for it, no other custom wheelchair is even coming close to this, okay? For the first time ever since I've been in a wheelchair, this is a chair that feels like it's mine. And I don't think that the people over at Not a Wheelchair even realized they were doing this, okay? But that matters, okay? It matters for confidence, it matters socially, and it matters mentally, okay? This wheelchair makes me feel confident to own the reality of needing it and not hiding from it. And for that, I can't thank the people at Not a Wheelchair enough. All right, guys, hope this video helped out somebody out there. And till next time, stay loud, stay a little bit reckless, and go out and make something. See you next time.